Yeah. All right. Let me put this down here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today's a Sunday here and a Saturday night back in the U.S. It's UFC night. I've just been watching these fights for the past hour or so, and this last fight, it was a couple of women and not the greatest fight. I don't particularly like, if you watch this Chukagian chick, she won, and, she did deserve to win, but uh, I don't particularly like the noise she makes when she punches. I think it's a bad habit. I know the reason why it's done and everything like that, but I think if she was doing it when she was revving up and she was digging deep to get into her punches, I think it's a lot better to do it that way. It's just my own thing, and I know exactly why they do it and everything, but I don't like it. I never have. And you don't hear many men doing that. But you hear a lot of the women doing it, and maybe it's because they're trying to, summon the powers. But she won. The big fight today is Tyrone Woodley against Gilbert Burns. And to be honest, I think Gilbert Burns has a good chance. Let me see if this is going to work here because it'll make life easier for me. I got to pull off the headphones. Come on, baby. Yeah, all right. It should be working. So just fine. In that way, I can put these on. So I'm not going to get a copyright. She's taking it, faking it. You know, it's I understand all that, and it is actually to bring. Stop, please stop lining me, everybody. I'm getting like 5 lines at once. I can't concentrate. You understand? There's a stream going on, so all the people that are uh, sending me a message online, please just wait until after the stream. Drive me crazier. Uh, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Jono today. Uh, Mr. Jono was, sorry, Jono, but he's a clumsy old man. Well, I don't want to mute it right now because I don't have time to, I don't feel like dealing with my phone and switching it off. But I understand that, but, you know, I'm doing like 8 things at once and I just didn't do it. Anyway, Jono gets the shout out of the day because Jono, the clumsy old man, he was walking down the street the other day to go to the ATM. Admittedly, he didn't have to go to the ATM until the following morning, but he wanted to go and get it over with. So he went to the ATM while he's walking down the street. And I have talked about this many, many times. But the sidewalks are not very flat and smooth and easy to walk on in many parts of Bangkok. And he's walking along in La La Land, I guess, you know, just thinking whatever thoughts Jono thinks of. And he tripped on the sidewalk and tore a tendon in his knee, and now he has a soft cast on it. And he's got to have surgery next week, so that's not a good thing. And all joking aside, I hope he gets better, and you know, it doesn't happen again, because the older you get, then you know, the harder it is to heal, the longer time it takes to heal. I don't know what tendon. I don't know. He just said he had an MRI, and they found that his tendon was torn. Which, you know, if it was strained, that's one thing, but it was torn. So anyway, shout out to Jono. He's probably awake now. I don't know. Maybe he's sleeping. And a shout out to my son, Alex, who had a tooth pulled. You know, he's got braces, and he's having all this stuff done. He had his tooth pulled, and I thought he was going to be, you know, miserable. But he was fine. No problem. No pain. I was like, wow, okay, so cool. I'm glad he got that over with. And anyway, so today we're not going to talk about the news. I don't want to talk about news. Absolutely no news. I don't need to know what's going on. I already know what's going on in America, and I always keep up with it. I just don't think we need to talk about it every single stream. Today's Sunday. It's supposed to be a Sabbath, day of Sabbath, if you believe in religion. And, you know, it's a day to relax and have a little bit of fun. And maybe we'll go with a little more light-hearted stream. Now, I have let's see here. We already went through all the prelims. Now, the main card. If you're not watching this, you can watch it on UFC Fight Pass or on ESPN. It looks like there's 5 cards. The next fight is a couple of women. Hannah Cyphers and Mackenzie Dern. And then you got another one, Brock Weaver. This is guys against Roosevelt Roberts. And then you got Billy Quarantillo, not Quarantino, but Quarantillo, against Spike Carl. Blagoy Ivanov against Augusto Sakai. And then the main event, Tyrone Woodley against Gilbert Burns, which should be a good fight. And Woodley is the favorite, but you know what? At plus 145, I think I would take Burns because he's younger. And I know Woodley is hungry, but I think with Burns coming up, I think he's extremely hungry. He may have a little more hunger than Woodley. So that's why, you know, listen, at plus 45, I'd go with Burns. So let's see here. Of course, If you lose all your money betting on Burns, don't blame it on me. Now, they're getting ready to start the main card, but let's see here. What are these people saying here? What do we got here? At his age, he might as well get a new one replacement. I don't know what they're doing, but he is going through surgery. You could just get the entire card on UFC, the UFC website at UFC.com. At least you can find out who's fighting. It's right there on their site. So it is a bit strange to hear the fighters with no crowd. I personally like the crowd. I think the crowd adds a lot to the event. But, listen, you can hear the punches better. And I don't watch... What is this? I don't watch Korean baseball. All right, so let's see here. Looks like they're showing Tyrone Woodley's fights, his knockouts, smashing people. Yeah, you can hear the corner clearly, but I think actually when you have the crowd can really pump a fighter up. Whether they're behind and they need to score a knockout or whatever it may be, but I think the crowd really helps. But what are you going to do? It is what it is right now, and they're not going to allow that. And tomorrow Thailand opens up to phase 3, and this coming week or weekend, I'll be heading out to Pattaya with my buddy for a couple of days of R&R. So that should be interesting. I'll stream from there, shoot some video down there, and we'll see what it's like down there. What's happening? Bars won't be open. All right. So they're getting ready to start this. I don't know. They're opening up more stuff. I had the whole. Let me see here. I had the whole. They had a card that showed you everything. But I don't know what happened to it, and now I can't find it. But let's see here. Oh. New rules for Thai cinemas to reopen in phase 3. I guess cinemas will be allowed to reopen with certain guidelines, but also some foreigners. Let's see here. I don't want to get into the news too much, but it is important here, at least to Thailand. It's very important because of the tourist industry. All right, here they come walking out. The walkout is nothing. It's not the same without the fans. I'm sorry. I don't think a lot of people are going to be going to the theaters. At least at this time, it's kind of like, I think we're getting to the point where people are just going, hey, you know what? I'm going out whether they like it or not. And, unless you're under threat of being shot, I think most people are going to do what they want to do, and they'll put the mask on or whatever. Let's see here. Why do they come out to this kind of music? Don't like it. Don't like it. All right, so curfew is shortened to 11 p.m. from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. School buildings can reopen for admissions exams. Malls can remain open until 9 p.m. Buddha amulet markets can reopen, which, for them, that's a big deal. Although they have other ways of doing business. Believe me, they're still in business, doing fine. Barbers and hairdressers will now be allowed to dye hair, in addition to hair cutting, washing, and drying. But their services are still capped at 2 hours at a time, and customers are not allowed to wait on the premises. I need a foot spa, Mr. Longhorns. I need a foot spa. I need my feet to be worked on. And I don't know, down in Khaosan if the one place I like is open, but I suspect they will be. Now, let's see here. Beauty clinics and salons and tattoo and piercing parlors can reopen, but of course they got to use masks. Health-oriented massage parlors can reopen for 2 hours of service at a time. Sex massage parlors, steam, and herbal saunas remain closed. Okay, so that means, the soapies are going to be closed. Fitness clubs in and outside of malls will reopen from June 1st, but visitors' numbers will be limited. Stadiums can reopen. Bowling and skating can reopen for exercise and practice only. So I guess that means no bowling tournaments, but you could go and bowl for exercise. Jet skis, kite surfing, banana boats, and such like can reopen as long as the number of people is limited, but not for competition. Theaters, including movie theaters, will reopen, but the audience is limited at 200 in each place. Everybody needs to wear a face mask, and double seating is allowed. Zoos can reopen, but visitors must not gather for activities. Curfew hours will be shortened to 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. to facilitate more businesses. All right, so that's it. That's it for right now. Not showing the walkout. Use a cheese grater, LOL. Why would they mention sex massage? Because it's part of the culture. Before this COVID crap, the last time I went inside the theater, I went to buy some popcorn. Nowadays I don't really want to go to the movie theater unless it's a big movie and there's not going to be a lot of people there. Like it's not the first or second day of the movies, which is what my kids like to do. All right, who we got in this fight? I'm going to take... let me take a look here. Yeah, I think she's going to take this. The girl in yellow, this Mackenzie Dern. She's a huge favorite. Oh, well. Although the other girl, this Handa Cypher, is doing pretty well. Is that why you chose her, Soy Dog Cowboy? Nicer tits? Alright, listen. The following stream and all of the videos on this channel are brought to you by the premium members of my website, the premium members of YouTube. All your purchases and contributions, whether they be through PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Bitcoin, whatever. And like I said, today's shout-out goes to Mr. Jono. I really hope he's well. I know it sucks to have to go to the hospital. That's my least favorite place in the world. And everything's in the devil is in the details. Go into the description and you'll find pretty much all the information you need to know about me and what's going on. And AmericanInBangkok.com. You can go to my website. You can go to my Instagram. I've been meaning to make a little overlay that just has my Instagram and Twitter and Facebook information. But, you know, it's a busy time right now. Yeah, but she's got a sports bra on, you know, and sometimes if they take that off, you know what happens. What goes up must come down. She's got some sharp punches, but she's a little sloppy. But I guess she doesn't care because they're... Oh! I would be very careful if I was this girl. Thank you. That's what they're just saying. And that's it. There it is. She got her in a knee bar. That's it. Over. Just like that. And exactly what I said. You better be careful. This chick is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu champion. Two-time Brazilian jiu-jitsu champion. And this chick is trying to, like, stay in there with her. She's disappointed. Yeah, I would have just got right out of there. You got to get out of there, honey. And she stayed in there. Which is what Michael Bisping is saying. Why didn't she just kick her in the ass? Like a real, right up the, what is it called? The coccyx? Coccyx? She could have kicked her in the coccyx. It was over on TV about 10 seconds before you saw it. Lag, man. There's the lag time. That's gonna lessen as time goes by. This is the end of the month. The last day of the month here. All right, so next is going to be Roosevelt Roberts, another big favorite at minus 340s, against Brock Weaver, who's plus 280. All right, what happened to the... What, they cut the sound? You were way behind me. Okay. Nobody wants to know about the UFC and about... I was going to talk about, you know, top 10 movies, top 10 songs, top 10 cowboy movies, top 10 books, this, whatever. I was going to talk about whatever. But, you know, I think everybody wants to talk about the news for some reason. And quite frankly, it's depressing. And it really doesn't do much good for somebody, even like me. I mean, you know, I'm talking about it. And yeah, some people get to see stuff. But they can see it pretty much anywhere. What the hell's happening here? Okay, here we go. That's why when my buddy asked me, hey, you feel like going down to Pattaya next weekend? I was like, definitely. Let's go. I'm on it. So we're gonna take a Grab taxi. It's actually a girl who we've used before, or I've used before, and I'm not going to be using Grab to. She is rather large, breasted. That was quick, man. Yeah. Anyway, take a Grab down there, a Grab chick that, you know, I've got her info. Beaches will be open. And, you know, I may go down there and just have a beer, chill out on the ocean, relax, take a walk around, do a little streaming, show you guys what's up, shoot some video, you know, have a nice meal or two. I may stay for 2 nights, 3 days, I don't know. Depends. Depends on if there's anything to do. There's no bars. There's no nightlife, really, to speak of. Oof. Yeah. She's Brazilian. This music in the background is so irritating. Scene kicked ass. Listen, I sent people a link to a documentary that I saw of a photographer that I really like, and I've been following for quite some time, for years now. His name is Ricky Powell, and it was a one-time premiere on YouTube, and then they're going to have to, I don't know when they release it or whatever. It goes to the Tribeca Film Festival and it makes the rounds, and then it comes out. I don't know exactly how they're going to distribute it, but what a great movie! It's not only about photography, because the guy was much more into photography. And actually, Soy Dog Cowboy, he's in New York, and let me see something here. I'm going to look up this place so I know exactly where he's at. Well, Greenwich Village. He's in the Village. Yes, I know. I see the post-interview also. Now I see the ring. But anyway, the movie was quite good. It's called Ricky Powell, The Individualists. And what I didn't know, the thing about him is that he just started out and he kind of fell into photography, which a lot of people do, so that in itself is not a big deal. But he was in the right place at the right time. He was hanging out with guys like the Beastie Boys and LL Cool J. What's the guy's name? Master, what? I don't remember all these guys' names. Chucky D or something like that. He's all these guys, and then he started hanging around in circles where he's around Tyson and Cindy Crawford and Andy Warhol and Basquiat and all these different people. And the whole time he's got a camera, and I got the camera because he got it, because it was an inexpensive camera, and I wanted to see what it was about. And it's a great camera. It's one of my favorite cameras. And anyway, so the documentary was about him. Now, what I didn't know, as this fight gets ready to start, what the heck? Okay, so he must be a Native American. But I mean, he was in, and he's, he started out, and he just was basically just, hey man, can I take your picture? And then the next thing you know, he's really getting into it, and he's starting to do well with his photography, and he became a photographer. But he also used to have an interview show, Rapping with the Rickster. That's what it used to be called. And he interviewed people like Russell Simmons, Lawrence Fishburne, LL Cool J, all these different guys. And you might not know him. If you're not into photography or whatever, you might not know him. But he became a pretty well-known photographer. And what I didn't know is that he had a real problem with his mother. His mother was a little bit off, a little bit different, and she didn't really take care of him. He was on his own. I never knew this. So all the stuff that I watch, I never knew it about him. And the story is basically about how he lives his life as a loner. Not that he doesn't have any women coming around or anything, but he's not married. He hasn't, he's lived in the same place forever, and he's doing the same thing. And a lot of people have moved on, like the Beastie Boys are no longer really the Beastie Boys as they once were. And so he's not involved. Oh, what is this? He's not involved with them anymore, and hasn't been in a long time. Oh, okay. Year of the Fighter. I'm sure I'm seeing different things than what's being shown on ESPN, because I'm on Fight Pass. Anyway, it's a really good movie, so keep it in mind if you get a chance to watch it. Ricky Powell, The Individualist, and he's basically got all involved in drugs and partying, and he just lost himself. So the whole story is about how he deals with it and how he comes back and what he has become now, which is, anyway, I like the movie. I highly recommend it. So that's all I'll say about it. Yeah, on Fight Pass, they're showing something called Fight Lore. And now they're showing, what's his name? Adesanya. Oof. Fight Physics. I'd like to know how many of you are actually watching the fight. Because the only people talking now are Longhorns and Soy Dog Cowboy. And I know they're watching. And there's a few lurkers. Nobody wants to know if they only want to know about the news or hear me bullshit about Thailand. There's more to life than just Thailand, obviously. Especially now, you ought to know that. There's Costa Rica. There's Mexico. There's Colombia. BT Sports. They all wanted news talk. Well, it says right here, absolutely no news. That's what it means. Absolutely no news. Sorry. As someone reminded me, well, it's free to go onto YouTube. Well, if it's free, that means I get to talk about whatever I want. And once in a while, whether it's paid or not, I'm going to talk about what I want. And today, and for the rest of the week, I really don't want to talk about news. It's everything on the news is negative. Oh, I like the stare downs with masks on. Get ready in an empty arena. Hey, at least they're fighting. That's it keeps them in business, keeps them generating interest and revenue. Should be a good fight. No American news. No news in general. It's so funny because everybody's so worried about the virus, but nobody's worried that's, out in the streets in America. McGregor versus Silva. Huh? Say what? Which Silva? All right. Ooh. She's got some quick hands. Chadatuska. All my appointments this month and next month have been canceled at the VA. Such bullshit. Wow. Why? Most of Texas is open now, right? I don't get it, and that is a concern of mine, is the closing of hospitals to what they deem is not essential, because there's a lot of people who have some injuries and some problems with them that they need to have taken care of. They can't do it. Which Silva are you talking about, Soy Dog Cowboy? I know you're not talking about Wanderlei Silva. Yeah. Who knows if it will ever happen, but it was proposed 176 catch weight. against. I don't know. Anderson Silva hasn't been Anderson Silva for quite some time. It's a big money fight. Everybody knows that if they fight McGregor, they're getting paid. And they're getting paid well. And especially Anderson Silva, because he knows even in losing, if he makes a lot of money, it's good for him. And, he's an older guy. He hasn't been up to snuff in the last couple of years. So, I don't know. I mean, I heard that one of the proposals for Mike Tyson was a fight against Wanderlei Silva, which I have to laugh at that. Because even now, I think if Tyson hit him with a stiff jab, he'd knock out Silva. As badass as Wanderlei Silva used to be in the day, he's been knocked out so many times that I don't think he stands a chance. Yeah, well, McGregor, he rolls to his own beat, and same with Khabib. I don't think McGregor gives a shit what Dana White wants, to be honest. Hey, don't forget to click the thumbs up. And, don't forget about the, what are they called? Super chats and the joining of the... A lot of people don't even know about it, but now you can join as a member of YouTube. You don't get a whole lot until but it's a pretty good little deal there, What they got, the way they got it set up, it's easier for people who are watching. We're not talking about news today, Martin, so I don't want to know about what's going on. I really don't want to. I'm taking a break. And I think, to be honest, I think that it's extremely monotonous to... And I don't know how some of these guys do it, where they're streaming, and I know several of them who are streaming day in, day out, sometimes twice a day, about the same topics. And, I guess maybe they have the viewer base to support it, where like the people are watching at different times, but I think it's too much. It's overkill. You joined on your other tablet. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, this guy's 6'2", 6'2", 156. This is exactly the kind of guy and the reason why I never wanted to become a pro fighter. Because I would have been about 140, between 140 and 156 or 154, depending on where, if I had continued or not. And I would have been going up against guys that were a foot taller than me and probably just as skilled, if not more skilled. Go to a boxing gym. Go to a real boxing gym, not a boxing gym that's, like box aerobics or something like that. To me, that's the only way you... And be prepared to be ignored for, say, a month or two. They want to make sure that you keep coming back and that, you don't wuss out, because the training is pretty hard, so you got to be in shape. That's why it's a young man's sport, Yeah, they're talking to each other. I love it. You can hear them. Now, I do like that. Watch for an elbow. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, see, even Bisping is like, oh, it's fascinating when they're talking to each other. Oh, I tell you what, this Roosevelt guy, his hands are, he's got such reach and such, he's very quick with his hands. If this other guy, this Weaver, gets through this and ends up winning or knocking him out, I'm going to be very surprised. Now, what I'm kind of wondering, getting away from the fight a little bit, is what I'm going to be able to do in Pattaya. You know, I'm not a big fan of the place, but when it's probably one of the better places to go for, say, a couple of days nearby. Nearby Bangkok, and you know, there's the beaches, there's Bang San, there's nice straight right hand. See, oh, that's what I'm talking about. He's got quick hands, and he's talking to him. This guy's gonna get knocked out running in if he's not careful. Yeah. As the crow flies. Thank you. He clips him on the chin coming in. That's it. So that's the big thing, you know, is that I don't go to Pattaya to go shopping. I don't go to the bars, and they're not going to be open. You know, you can go to the beach, but, you know, there are a couple people there I may go try to visit with. He's got that nice straight right hand, man. He's got to move his head. This Weaver. Robert's definitely faster, yes. So you, oh, Soy Dog Cowboy, you're a fair way away from Greenwich Village, right? Oh, girls in Pattaya go to Bangkok for shopping. Yeah, men go to Pattaya for shopping, but not during the virus. They don't. 45 minutes on subway. Uh. Do you drive? Do you drive on the subway? I mean, do you drive a car rather, or do you just use the subway? Huh. Interesting. I do like hearing the advice given. Yeah, don't stay on the cage. Don't let your back touch the cage. I have a car, but mostly I take the subway. Yeah, it's much easier. Man, I can't get the menu up from this restaurant here. Yeah, see, he's running in. He's gonna get. He better be careful. He's gonna take a spanking. Let me see here. Working girls shop from the moto shops. Not a bad fight. I wouldn't call it a fantastic fight, but it's a good little fight here. Interesting. Yeah, I don't understand why he's doing all this grappling unless he can get him in a chokehold. You know. There he goes, takedown, chokehold. Nope. Wouldn't know about those girls. Yeah, I wouldn't know about him either. Listen, if you're in Thailand and you really want, and especially if you know a little bit of Thai, you can find women everywhere. Very easy. It's a bit slow on action, this fight, but, you know, you got to watch what's going on here. Where you can get run over by a store. You see? This guy just doesn't have enough. There it is. Thank you very much, Soy Dog Cowboy. You are the first and only of the day. For the last couple of months, my channel has been doing increasingly better, which is, of course, nice. And I'm at the end of the month, and I'm almost at the point from last month. So hopefully if there's some people on and I get a couple more super chats, I'll beat last month's. Ooh, that's it. Yeah. I'll beat last month's, and that'll be, I think it's the 6th month in a row that the channel has grown as terms of revenue and views. The only thing it's not growing is the number of viewers. So thank you. Skillful performance, but you know, a little lacking in the a little lacking in action, but you know, all in all, not a bad fight. Yeah, you know, what are you gonna do if you know you can't get out of it? What are you gonna do? All right, well, I might as well fight another day. Yeah, and you don't want to give somebody your back. All right, let's not get too excited about this performance. It was good, but the fighter he was fighting was a notch below him. Very clearly, they knew that when they matched them. So you know, good fight, good win, but nothing fantastic. That's the way I look at it. Very close. All right, so who's next? Next, we got Billy Quarantillo versus Spike Carlisle. That's a more even fight than the past two. Then you got the big boys. You got the heavyweights. Number 12 and number 13 ranked heavyweights. That's also supposedly a very closely matched contest. And then you got the main event. So, we're getting to it. Hey, Soy Dog Cowboy, how is the diet going? I forgot all about that. So I was thinking about my own. He did have a nice straight right hand. Yes. Lost a pound. Sticking to intermittent fasting. Yeah. The meat diet is pretty good. It's a bit weird. It feels weird, but I do feel better. This morning I had some lamb sausage, baked lamb sausage. It's lamb with rosemary, really good stuff, but I don't like to eat it too much. It's a bit, gamey, I guess. You can taste it for quite some time after you eat it. Yeah. Papa John's pepperoni pizza and a burger. Yeah, well, that's the diet right there. Oh, the wife is making homemade pizza tonight. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that, but pepperoni and cheese with some whatever else, I don't know. Roasted garlic or something, and you know, that doesn't go with my diet, unfortunately. Boom. You feel me? Yeah. All right, let's just get to the next. Don't compare it to Chef Jono's pizza. I don't know. I've never had a Chef Jono pizza. Not from his little pizza uh, production line. How many more Bruce Lee specials do they need to come up with? I mean, it's like, listen, his story has been done to death. Seriously, and I mean, when I was a kid, I really liked his stuff. As I grew older, I liked his stuff. I still like him. It's just how many times did I have to do it? I saw this. Mm-hmm. No dogs and no and Chinese allowed. Okay, well, and he was from Hong Kong. Yeah, they do good work. But he was from Hong Kong, and obviously this was before the handover. I mean, he died in, I think, 1972. Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't live in Hong Kong full time. He lived in the United States, so my guess is he'd be living in the United States. I know a lot of Hong Kongers who I've talked to, they're like, I'm not leaving. They don't want to leave. A lot of them want to fight until they can't fight anymore. I'm wondering if they're going to start letting people in, but so far I'm not sure. They said something about tourists being let in soon. Like, I think it's more like July 1st, but we'll see. Anyway. I used to have all those. You see the old footage of him sitting in the room doing his screen test. I used to have that footage on VHS. Yeah, the next 10 years are going to be interesting for sure. 5, 10 years. Next year. The future, what the future holds is quite interesting. There will be more viruses. There will be more problems like we're having. And we need to solve some of them so that the problems don't keep mounting and people online keep seeing all these problems. And um, all right, so this guy's 13-2 and on a 6-fight win streak. I've never heard of him. The Alpha Ginger. Well, that's what they call him, I guess. That's his nickname. Spike the Alpha Ginger Carlisle. Action returns after a short break. So now they push more of their stuff. Whatever. I woke up at 2 o'clock, watched the liftoff, watched the SpaceX. Kind of fell asleep a little bit until the movie that I wanted to see. It's a one-time showing. The movie that I was talking about, the Ricky Powell, The Individualists. It's not shown again until, I guess, after the Tribeca Film Festival. Man. And so I haven't been to sleep really since about 2 o'clock. I just kind of closed my eyes a little bit. And it's what, 9 o'clock here. Bruce, watch my stream. The shorter the fights, the more commercial. Yeah, well, the thing is that most people have to pay for all this stuff. Most of the time they have to pay. And so... what are they going to put all these commercials when you're paying for? I never got this. Oh, you're going to, HBO is going to be fantastic. There's no commercials. And guess what? Now there's commercials all over the place. It's just like regular TV. This is what the internet's going to, it's going to happen on the internet as well, like on YouTube. And it's already happening. But I think it's going to continue to happen and they're going to become the norm everywhere. You want to watch something, there's going to always be commercials. A short break. What do you need a break for? Get to the next fight. Boy, Joe Rogan he's done a hell of a lot from Fear Factor to UFC announcer to podcaster, man. Has anyone ever ordered a 6-inch sub? I have. Ugh. Wait a minute, commercials pay the bills? What about all the people that pay to watch ESPN and watch UFC? Don't they pay the bills? I guess they got to make up for the lack of a gate. They don't get any gate money. But they've been doing that even when there were spectators. Wow. Yeah, that is his nickname. Spike the Alpha Ginger. He's pretty yoked, this guy. Now, let me ask you guys something. Would you play this kind of entrance music? Ugh. I would imagine Dana got a good payday from ESPN with the networks looking for some content right now. Dana doesn't... I don't think he needs any money at this point. Smack the hell out of him. Let's see here. Wow, he's actually the underdog. He's a plus 110 underdog. The other guy, Quarantillo, is a minus 130. And you gotta, as ripped as this guy is, and he's shredded. He looks powerful. He looks like he's a strong guy. And this guy doesn't look nearly as shredded as him, and yet he's the favorite, and he may end up winning the fight. And that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes the guys who are soft end up being better, having better. He's not soft by any means as far as his body goes. I don't know about anything else, but guys who are leaner, or some of them are just they look almost pudgy, and they sometimes surprise people. Even some of the chubbier boxers in the past, they've done very well. People didn't think they could box, and they were fantastic boxers. Larry Holmes, which he was pear shaped. Tim Witherspoon, all these guys. All right, so I'm rooting for Billy Quarantillo, just because it sounds like quarantine. And actually, I want to see him take a little steam out of this guy. I want to see if he can take the steam out of this guy. This guy, what's his name here? Spike Carlisle. He reminds me of what's the guy's name? The little guy who he never stops. He's lost some. Can't remember what his name is. He's been around forever now, but he's known as the guy who is like the little Energizer bunny. He just doesn't stop. I forgot what his name is. I'm blanking out now. The Ginger Alpha. Ugh. I'll root for my name. Thank you. Now, if you heard what the announcer said earlier, Spike Carlisle said that this is going to be a massacre. He's going to massacre this guy. Yeah, he's a... Wow. The guy can fight. I would not want to meet up with him when he's in a bad mood. But we'll see what happens. Oh, he's got to not get caught with a big shot, though. Oh. He's got to get out the back door there. Literally. Well, he doesn't really have much of a choice right now. He's going to have to try to get out of the back door. He just has to get through this. You see, that's what he's got to avoid, those. Oof. Brutal. There you go. There you go. All right, you see? Wow. Now, see, this is a little better fight than the last couple of fights. Go, Billy, go! There you go. You got this lanky guy, man. If he gets the hooks in, there you go. Flatten him out. Oh, not going to happen. Oh, it's a good fight, man. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. I'm a sick man. I was just wondering how the fight would change if they were naked. Now, that is sick. It's one thing to say that you want to see the female fighters fight naked. It's another thing to think about these guys fighting naked. That's just disgusting. Mm-hmm. Oh. Probably no full guard. Well, they won't be in the east-west position, otherwise known as the... Well, the guy's going to make them work for a victory. I can tell you that right now. Oh. Oh, oh. It's a good fight. Oh! I love it! What was the guy thinking? Wow. That was pretty crazy. That was crazy. He must have thought he heard the bell. But how could you think you heard the bell in a quiet arena like that? Well, you shouldn't have been watching a commercial there, Longhorns. I hate to tell you that you missed a nice exchange at the very end. What's up? You're freezing up. No sound. Oh. Hey, man, look what Floyd Mayweather did to Victor Ortiz. He knocked him out. Protect yourself at all times. Oh! Oh! No, he's not going to get him in a Kimura or anything like that. What is that little guy? He's a buzzsaw. He fought like uh, Chad Mendez and all kinds of guys. No bell. It's, completely legitimate. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, Clay Guida, that's the guy. Thank you, Richard. This chokehold is not going to help his breathing. Yeah, who knows? I bet you it will. No, no, Clay Guida is the guy. Guy's an animal, man. He's not. He's the kind of guy you're just going to beat on him, and he's just going to keep coming at you. Same with like Justin Gaethje, but this guy right here, this Spike Carlisle, he's going to have to catch this guy. Billy Quarantillo is going to have to catch him somehow in some kind of a chokehold or a armbar or something. Wow. Oh, oh, oh. He's winning the fight. Oh. Oh! There you go. That'll take a little air out of him. There's plenty of time. Could do some damage and win the round. Good stuff, man. Now this is probably the best fight so far of what I've seen of all the fights. But can Billy do it? That's the question. Uh, he's gassed. He's already gassed right now. Wow. Oh, yeah. That's it. Oh. There you go. There you go. Now he's going to slip out. Ah, you got to... Oh, again. Wow. Yeah, this guy's... He'll be okay for about the first 30 seconds of the next round, and then he's gonna start gassing again. Yeah, I guess it wasn't a massacre. I tell you what, though, I still wouldn't want to fight this guy. We used to, in high school I wrestled, and there was a guy. His name was Mike Morrison. I still remember him, and he was built like this guy. He was a little animal, and I went in and wrestled. I didn't know anything about wrestling, and went in and tried to like powerhouse the guy, and the coach is like, "Hey, Scott, you're not stronger than he is. He's much stronger than you. You're going to have to try to use some technique." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know any technique." He's like, "That's why you're here, to learn how to wrestle." And the guy just kicked my ass all over the place. I wouldn't want to go after this guy, man. Thank you for muting me. Describing the past for you? Oh. Well, you know, that's a lot of it is perception, obviously. But I think if Quarantillo can come close to finishing him or just finish him, he might have a chance at winning this fight. Obviously, if he finishes him, then, you know, that's better. You don't leave it in the hands of the judges. It's the second round that, you know, who won the second round. Yeah. You would think he might be up 2-0, but oh, wow. He must be in, you know, in incredible shape, this guy, because he doesn't look like he's, I mean, he's gassed, but he keeps fighting. Good elbow. Here we go. He's taking a pounding now. Oh, good elbow. There you go. There you go. Body lock with a chokehold. Oh, oh. Yeah, the angle's wrong, but he still might be able to choke him out. Oh, he gets out of it. Oh. It's a great fight. These guys, there's no quitting either one of them. Now get him there. Get him in that. Excellent. Oh. Oh, yeah. This guy's spike is just like a Clay Guida. Jump over. Oh, oh, oh. He just got it in. He got it in. Oh. Can he lock it in? He's running out of time. There it is. Oh. Could be a draw. Up. Pull it in. Nah, he's just tucking the chin. Wow. $20 seconds. Throw the kick. Wow, what a fight, man. Good kick. Oh! Oh, that was a good fight. That was worth watching right there. So, who does everybody have? If you got that second round for Carlisle, then Carlisle is in all likelihood going to win, unless somebody by chance gave Quarantillo the 10-8. But it could be a draw. Who knows? Yeah, he did dominate that third round. That was a hell of a fight. I'd like to see a rematch. Now let's see. You got rankings? No rankings. Now the next fight is Ivanov against Sakai, and these are the big boys, the heavyweights. Excellent. I'm anxious to see who won this fight. Yeah, great fight, man. I could watch fights like that all day. It's funny, in the Fight Pass, they're showing what they're going to show on ESPN. Yeah, Spike. Oh, wow. He did enough to take it. Lovely, you're going to pee. That's just what we need to know. We need to know that. Let's see here. Significant strikes. Yeah. That's a great fight, though. I don't know why they think it's so difficult after saying quarantine so often. Great fight. Oh. You don't like the decision. You know, it really, you have to, the way that I used to score, like, boxing is, it's a 3-minute fight. You pick the 1 minute, and you see who wins that first 1 minute. You pick the second, you see who's winning the second. And then you pick the third, and you see who's winning the third. And if any one of the fighters either of the fighters lands punches that significantly change the fight, then they win the round. But otherwise, it's, who won 2 out of the 3 or all 3 of minutes of the round, and then you just do it round by round. So I didn't really score it. I wasn't really watching it that way. I think that it was a fair decision, but it could have went either way. Yeah, you see? This is funny. Billy did have more chances of submission, but couldn't execute to finish. I think he came. Well, I don't know. It was a good fight. It was very even. Like I said, it could have went either way. Either decision wouldn't have surprised me. Even a draw wouldn't have surprised me. All right, so Nunes is fighting next weekend. She can't fight. She doesn't fight like, a girly fighter. She fights, and when she fights, it's like she's a man. That's how she looks when she's fighting. She doesn't fight with the, pity pat shots or anything like that. She's there to take people out. Ooh. Felicia Spencer, she's going to destroy her. She's going to beat her. I will pick Nunes over Spencer. And the other one that I want to see is the Cody Garbrandt, to see if he can win a fight. Yeah. That's a great fight. I don't know who's on the prelims, though. I think we'll keep streaming for the remainder of this card. You only got 2 more fights. I love this no news thing. It's great. Oof. Oof. Prelims. Caceres. I don't really like. I don't really like him as a fighter. Billy won, Richard. You got to rub it in, don't you? Now, regardless of whether he gets knocked out in 30 seconds or not, Sakai is a perfect example of a guy. He's got a flabby gut, but it doesn't matter. It's like Roy, what's his name? Roy, he's not fighting in the UFC anymore. Roy, whatever his name is. I forget now. My mind is going, man. My memory, it's just terrible now. Roy, he was like a kind of fat guy. What's his name? I'm going to have to remember this. Roy Big Country Nelson. Thank you. There you go. I'll tell you what, I still miss Pride, the organization. Blagoy Ivanov. Neither one of them are exactly shredded, but they are heavyweights, so, obviously it doesn't really matter. I'm looking forward to this one. Pride was great. There were a few back then, liked them all. The golden era of boxing, Ali, Sugar Ray, Evander. I think the golden age of boxing was well before then, John. I think the golden age of boxing was like the 20s and the 30s all the way through the 50s. Once they got cable involved and the closed circuit and then cable, I think it has destroyed boxing because they want too much money. It used to be you could go down every Friday night and watch a fight, and you'd pay $5 or pay $2, and you'd get in and you watch a fight. Those days are long gone. Everybody wants to get paid, but I mean, really, instead of fighting once or twice a year and getting a big payday, how about you go back to the old days where like people were fighting, at least once every 2 months or something like that? And how about you limit the number of divisions? Of course, they're going to say that the reason there are so many divisions is because it makes it safer, but I don't necessarily agree with that. Just like no more 15 rounds in boxing is not because of safety. It's because of that it fits into an hour much easier than a 45-minute fight, which is always going to go over, it's going to always go longer than an hour. So they don't have time. They don't have as much time to put all the backstory in and everything like that. They're using much more time, which means less money because they can't get the advertisers. And then the other thing is the number of belts. It used to be the Ring Magazine belt, newspaper belt, and then once they started with now there's at least 10 different belts, really 4 major ones. Once they started doing that, they water it down, and it's like everybody's a champion. No, I don't want everybody to be a champion. Nobody said being a champion should be easy. And if you look at the UFC, guys become a champion and they lose the next fight. Or guys become a champion and they hold it for a few fights, but they lose many fights. Nowadays in boxing, it's, you don't want to lose, because then it means a step back. Well, if you're fighting all the time and you lose, you're learning, you're getting better, and hopefully you will get a shot. You'll always be ready. So if somebody says, hey, we need a fighter, you're like, yeah, okay, I'm always training. I'm ready to go. That's the one thing you learn in boxing. Always be ready. And MMA as well. Always be in the gym. Be fairly fit all the time. So if it's time to go, you get a shot at something, a fighter, a championship, you're ready to go. Nowadays, some of the fighters are always ready, like a guy like Mayweather, but, they need lead up to promote the fight and the show, which takes time. But, for guys who are not as established, it's always best to be in the gym. All right, I want to see it. Two, two, 259 and a half, 255 and a half. These are some big boys. Going to be interesting, this fight. Well, with heavyweights, the thing is one good shot, man. That's it. They can take out anybody, you know. Let's have breakfast in Cambodia. I can't see this going the distance. Oof. Wow. Low clock. Yeah. Well, we'll see about that. It's going to be a breakout performance. These guys are just waiting to load the bit to land the big shot. I see somebody get knocked out in this fight. Oof. Ooh. Yeah, but he's coming in. If this Sakai can time him coming in. Oof. Hopefully these guys won't get gassed. Either Ivanov is going to catch him with some of those quick shots, or Sakai is going to catch him coming in. Huh. Somebody's bleeding. You are not a true fan then, Soy Dog Cowboy. You need to appreciate heavyweight fights. See that? Beautiful. That's the thing. Those leg kicks are gonna, if he keeps that up, it'll slow him down. Oh, those kicks are key for Sakai. I like them all. I don't mind guys who are not big punchers as long as they fight. They're not dancing and trying to run away. They use boxing. They stand in the pocket. They use their defense and head movement. That's what a truly good fighter or great fighter can do. They don't dance on the outside and pop and pop. They're willing to fight from the outside or the inside and use defense to elude and not get hit. All right, here we go. Cerveza Modelo. All right. Oof. He's got that quick left hand. Oh, good body shot. He's got to keep kicking that leg. Punch and kick the leg, Sakai does. This is a good fight. Oh! You see? Keep throwing those kicks. Ah, he doesn't want to get kicked anymore. Oh! It's just like a split second away from the end of the fight. Where's the elbows? And he's moving to his left, away from that left hand, see? Boom. Keep moving to the left. Keep throwing those leg kicks. Land the big shot. Oof. Nice shot. See? Those kicks have slowed him down and made him easier to hit. Oof. Oh, that looked like it was a knee to the nuts. There. Oh. Oh. Back fist. He's slowing him down. If he's got 2 minutes left to Sakai. If he can turn it up a little bit, I think he can catch this guy. What's up there, Pierre? Oh! We're watching the UFC right now. Two heavyweights. Oh, beautiful. Oh, these guys are like a split second a hair away from knocking each other out, or knocking one another out. I don't know who's gonna get knocked out, but it looks like Ivanov is Ivanov rather is slowing down. Oh, he took him down. That's huge. With 30 seconds left. Yeah, he's won this round. We're not talking about news today, Pierre. This round is over. Good fight. Good fight. We can talk about movies. We can talk about women. We can talk about books. We can talk about fighting. But just don't want to talk about news today. I got to get out of the habit of only news. At least every once in a while, you know? Keeps you sane. It's depressing, man, to look at the news all the time, really. Yeah, this Ivanov looks to be a bit gassed. Random question, how is the peanut butter in Thailand? It's fine. You can get Peter Pan, Skippy, Jif, organic peanut butter. My wife's made peanut butter the last 2 times we've had it. All right, we got 5 minutes left here in the fight, and then we got the main event, which oh, yeah, I got it 1-1 in rounds. Yeah, it's a bit expensive. Peanut butter's a bit expensive. I always buy it when it's on sale, and even then, it's about $5. It's about $5, but normally it's 179 baht, which is just under $6. It's not. I don't. Is that crazy expensive? $5. They have tortillas, no problem. Usually they have 2 or 3 different kinds. And they're anywhere from about $5 to 7 or 8, depending on how many you get and the brand. And yes, you can get tortillas all day long. It's funny. As soon as I say that, I hear it on the fight here. Ooh, Bisping. Oh, nice jab. Oh. I don't know how much is it in the United States. $3.49 for peanut butter in the U.S. Well, there it is. You know, those are imported though, so yeah, you can get chorizo in. You can get chorizo in Thailand pretty easily. You can get all kinds of meat in Thailand. You just have to know where to look, and sometimes it's in the grocery, sometimes it's not. Same with cheese. Oh, yeah. Maybe you don't, there, Jay Kurt, but in my family, it doesn't last that long because I got, you know, two kids who like peanut butter. The old lady likes peanut butter. I like it, but sometimes I eat it, sometimes I don't eat it at all. A minute and 26 left. So far, I've got Sakai winning. Oh, uh, I didn't think this would go the distance. Oh, oh! He caught him. He caught Ivanov, and then Ivanov caught him with an even bigger shot. So, wow. Let's see here. Oh, those round kicks to the body and to the legs. Well, I'm going to say that Sakai did enough to win, but pretty close all in all. But I think he got it. He did enough. You got to have hamburgers. You can always make your own. I mean, there's plenty of ground beef available. I like burgers too, but lately I've just been eating meatloaf because I can bake it. All right, now we're headed for the main event. Oh, after the main event, I'm going to take a nap. All right, let's see who won this. Your son was bugging for pizza in Bangkok. There's plenty of pizza joints in Bangkok. Plenty. Plenty of burger joints in Bangkok. I mean, I don't know. You can get anything. You just have to look around a little bit, you know? Here we go. What? Ivanov won every round? Yeah, okay. Sakai won. How did they have the other guy winning every single round? Their burger joints all over the place, man. Seriously. Yeah, whatever you want in Bangkok, you can get it. I mean, there's plenty of food available. There's whatever kind of food you might want. Oh. Oof. Yeah. Leg kicks are a wicked weapon. And some people, they forget about it, you know, or they forget to check the kick or whatever, which is... You can get scones, you can get, you know, whatever you want. What are the, I forget what they're called. It's an Italian dessert, but you can get just, really, you can get anything you want. The slaughter? Who's going to slaughter who? I'm watching the interview right now. Have you ever discussed issues with raising kids in Bangkok in one of your videos? Schooling being mixed race. I have in the streams. I don't know if I've done a video. So painful to watch when is slow move. I agree, Wong. What are you talking about? No, tiramisu is everywhere. I'm talking. It's another. It's a. I got to remember what it's called. The Italians eat it all the time. What? Not calzone. Main event is straight ahead. All right, let me see here. Yeah, Soy Dog, get in the ring with those guys and see how slow they are. Seriously. Let's see here. What the hell are they called? UFC's going to have movies now. Cannolis. You get cannolis, you get tartufo, Uh, what else? Let's see here. Cavalucci, but Cannoli is what I was thinking of. But versus the get in there against the featherweights. So we'll see how you do. I understand what you mean, though. These guys were kind of They were lumbering. They weren't real fast of foot, nor really fast with the hands. Although the Ivanov he was quick-handed, but he wasn't what I would call fast. He was just quick with. He just put together quick combinations. 2-3 punch combinations. But these guys fighting now, they're going to be considerably faster. Cannoli's a dessert, a breakfast, whatever you want whatever you want. Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, we're going to see who. We're going to see. I won't be surprised if Burns wins this fight, to be completely honest. Ferocious knockout power. Wow. This should be a very good fight. Oh. Check out his ears. Here in Thailand, if you see a guy with cauliflower ears, you know he was a former fighter. If he doesn't have cauliflower ears, he probably wasn't a fighter for very long, if he was a fighter. I love it. I love it. What's so funny is that you never really know how you're going to stack up against the other guy. You might think the guy's slow, but he knows how to land the shot. He knows how to slip it in, and his timing is great. Look at that. Uh, this is going to be nice for as long as it lasts. Loving it. All right. I'm licking my chops for this one, boys and girls, if there are any. All right, this guy clearly is. He wants to be back in Brazil. Yeah, I see the walk up. Yeah, that's funny. Wow, he's number 6. Jesus, Soy Dog Cowboy. You don't like the heavyweights because they're too slow. You don't want a choke finish. It's MMA, man. It could happen. But this guy can punch. He can bang. So, yeah, exactly. The guy's saying it right now. Bisping is saying it right now. He knows he can knock him out. He knows he can choke him out. Well, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's why they're... You're funny, dude. Yeah, you hear that? That ought to make you happy. He's well-rounded. He's a well-rounded fighter, and he may very well uh, knock out Woodley, or Woodley might knock him out. There may be blood. You may get what you want, but you might get, some jiu-jitsu. This guy is big and he's athletic, but then, strong and athletic, but so is Woodley. So this is a great fight, man. As long as it lasts. I hope it's good and bloody for you, Soy Dog Cowboy. I don't really care about the blood. I care about the action, and then comes the skill. Oh, God, I gotta hear this. Everything is just dramatic, insightful, thought-provoking. I want some... Kick up the beat, baby. Ugh. I'm not feeling this music, boys. Not feeling it at all. We'll see how focused the... No, I think he's listening to, like, Air Supply. ABBA's a little too hard for him, probably. Well, we'll see. Who's going to kill him? Thank you, Longhorns. I don't know how this fight's going to go. Who knows? How about a little Thunderstruck by AC/DC? Get the beat going, man. Woodley. Well, we'll see. You may be right. You may be right. But, you know, what I see is that Woodley is not the same as he used to be. He is 36. This other guy is an up-and-comer who's hungry, and he's extremely skilled and strong, and I think it's a good fight, and if he beats Woodley, it's a great win. You may be right. You may be right. We'll see. All right, so Burns is 5 years younger. He doesn't have the edge in reach, but he has the edge in height. But that 5 years, I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, you know. We'll see, but I think he's a little hungrier. Not that Woodley isn't extremely hungry, but I just think that this guy's coming up. Now, he may very well just go for it and think that he can take Woodley out, and he might get starched. It might happen in 20 seconds, you know. But Sawadee Cop. I'm looking for this one, man. I can't wait for this to start here. Boca. He's fighting out of Boca. Yeah, baby. That's down around where I come from. He doesn't look like he's breaking much of a sweat, though. Yeah, I like Woodley too. You know, I mean, really, I like Woodley. I just want to see a great fight, to be completely honest. I don't care who wins. And for me, I don't like the quick knockouts. Give me a little action, a little build up, and then maybe the third round, somebody gets knocked out. You don't expect it, and all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. Or boom, somebody locks like a chokehold, a leg. What do you call it? Just any chokehold. They just slap it on. You don't see it coming. Boom, it's over that quick. I love that. Here we go. And no crowd, which is so wild. We get to hear the shots. You're going for the American. Better not burn himself out. 4 minutes left, and he's got the full mount. Caught him on the inside. Yeah. Excellent. Wow. Not a good start for him, I'll tell you that. Yeah, he's in full mount, but he's not doing anything really. The blood's going to make him slippery. There's your blood, soy dog. Lots of it. Oh. Look how tight his hips are to Woodley's stomach before. Now he's back up, but... Right on the inside, those little short shots really did some damage. All right. Oof. Oof. I'm telling you, man, this guy Burns is no joke. He's no joke. Just by watching how he punches and kicks. He's very sharp. Oof. Nice leg kick. He's got to be careful, though. He doesn't get overconfident and just think he can walk right in. Oh! Oof. That is not a good cut, and it's over the eye. You should be able to stop that, though. Uh-huh. I don't find that first round was not boring to me. You know, it made me very happy because Soy Dog Cowboy, no matter what, he got his blood. There it is. I think that took a little confidence out of him. Because he cracked him good, man. That uppercut, yeah. And then these. Oh, they didn't show it. Oh. Yeah, it's very discouraging. So, and when Woodley opens up and unloads, that's when Burns can land some of his shots. Nice though, nice counter with that right leg. Straight right. Oh! Big shot though. They're going at it. They're trying to end the fight. They're not messing around. And so quiet too in the background. Woodley's doing a little better defensively. Oof. Very close. Oh! So that's it. That means a lot. Best takedown defense, and he just got taken down like nothing. Now let's see what he can do with it. Use that shoulder. Pull a Conor McGregor. Use the shoulder. He wants to keep the pressure on him. I wish this was a 5-rounder. Wow. Woodley is he's got his hands full, man. He's gonna have to do something to win this fight. Something big. Yeah, I saw that. Don't forget Manscaped 20. Malin 20 rather. Manscaped.com. Get your discount. All right, so this is 2 rounds to 0 for Burns. What? Oh. No, but he did take him down, and that counts for something. And he also landed some shots. I think he won that round. Yeah, I got a 2-0. I think he really surprised Woodley that he got caught. He was surprised he got caught so quickly. Hmm. Definitely. Sorry, Longhorns, I disagree. I think Burns is winning the fight. They both need to get aggressive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They need to pop off. They need to pop off here. Look at that. Beautiful. You can't look for the one-punch knockout, though. That's the thing. You got to set it up. Wow. Oof. Oof. Oh, he's got a nice left hook, man. No, Woodley is not fighting aggressively. He's fighting just to stay in there, but he's not fighting to win. And with 2 minutes left, that he needs to do that. And the thing with this Brazilian is that if you watch his punches and his kicks, he's very, very sharp, extremely explosive. And Woodley, although he's the same, he just doesn't do it enough. He's not active enough. Yeah, I was going to say, I'd like to see a high kick. I'm telling you, Woodley has lost just a smidgen. And that's enough sometimes for other guys to take over. This guy's good, man. He's not even touching the guy, really. Look at that. Right leg kick, left hook. Oh, so it is a 5-round fight. I don't know if that was a big right hand. Yeah, so it's a 5-round fight. I didn't know that. I thought it was 3 rounds. Well, now this is a different matter because if it's a 5-round fight, anything can still happen. You know, Woodley could come back. I thought it was a 3-round fight. Wow. Well, he stopped him. Yeah, I thought it was championship fights were 5 rounds. No, Burns does not look like he's going to gas. You know, the thing is these guys keep saying, "Oh, he's got to fight more with more urgency and more." But you know, sometimes you just don't have the answers. You know, you don't want to just throw a jab and a big right hook, overhand right, because you're worried about getting knocked out. He's got to take in. You know, he can't worry about it, and he's not. What's he doing here? He's not doing anything. Good. That's the other thing, yeah, that they just said. And Burns looks excellent. Yeah, I hope I'm not. Oh, I hope I'm not 30 seconds ahead. I've heard many times though somebody saying, "Well, it looks like he's just, you know, he's not the same. He's gonna. That's it. It's over for him. You know, he's gonna have to win this with the big shot. I don't think he can do it." Bam! Then you know he lands the shot and it's over. So you never know. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Or the fat vlogger. Whatever. Oh! And look at it. Look at his balance. Woodley caught his leg. Oof. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, this is a good fight. Yeah, maybe it was a little more entertaining, but not as much. There's no wrestling, really, you know? But this is a good, strategically, in the breaking down of Woodley and the skill of Burns. This is a very good fight. I won't be surprised if he stops Woodley the next round. Look at this. Oh. Wong, we're not talking about news today. No news. You mean Burns is burning? I don't understand what you're saying. But we're not talking about... I don't want to know about anything else burning. Yeah, I think he's lost confidence in himself. That knee. And it's actually like a shin and a knee. That was those two, the right and the left. This is what happens, though. You lose just a little bit, and somebody comes up, and you know. But look, he's fighting back, so you never know. Like like I said, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Wow. And you see, Woodley is. I mean, neither of them are doing anything, but Woodley certainly is not doing anything. It's called jockeying for position. He's gonna break them up if they don't do anything. If they don't advance their position. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's getting manhandled. I mean, that's why I think Woodley is kind of like, man, nobody's ever done this to me. There is no urgency. He needs to get out of there and fight with his hands and then do something. There you go. They're breaking him up. Let's see what happens. Oh, 2 minutes left. Oh! There you go. You know, Woodley is just hanging back. It's like he's trying to time him for one shot, and that's not going to do it. Look at that. Ducked right under it. Beautiful, yeah. Soy down cowboy. You have a hater. Yeah, he does do that a lot. He's moving his head, moving his shoulders, bending his legs. Wow. Ten seconds. Wow. And look at Woodley, head down, hands on his hips, just going, wow, what happened? Wild. Good fight. A little bit of action. No, but you know what? If you looked at some of the things that Burns did against a guy who's a former champion, who's very, very, he's an elite fighter. He basically made it look fairly easy to beat him, and he's so sharp and explosive. When it's the difference between a guy throwing like a lazy jab or just a normal jab, if you will, against a guy who, when he throws a jab, it's like, holy shit, that jab is there quick. You didn't even know it was coming. Wow. Wow. That's incredible, the fight statistics. Whew. Wow. Easy. I'd like to hear what Woodley has to say. Is he going to say, listen, I didn't have a good camp, or is he going to, I don't think he'll make excuses, but I'm wondering if he'll give Burns credit and just go, man, this guy's incredible, he's a great fighter, or whatever. I'd like to know. Decisive win. That first round really set the tone. All right, now, what about Burns against Masvidal? Burns Masvidal. Excellent. Well, it's been nice not talking about news today, not even looking at it. I love it. All right, here we are. You'll have to buy his next single then? What are you talking about? I got no idea. I got no idea what single you're talking about. I told you so. Henry Hoof is the man when it comes to stand-up. He's very aware of what's going on in the ring, and he's yeah, exactly. Look phenomenal. I think Woodley has, like I said, he's lost a little bit of his. He's lost a step. It happens. This is hilarious. I think Connor's too small. I think this guy is way too strong for McGregor. He's unorthodox, which would work in his favor. You know, I don't know. I love these guys who they have complete confidence in themselves. They don't just talk to talk. I think this guy really believes in himself. There it is. He'll fight anybody. I love it. So let's see if they put up Woodley. I don't see that happening, but you never know. I can fight. What do you say? I can fight in June or July? It's about the money. All right, so they're not gonna interview him. That's too bad, but you know, understandable. The post show is gonna come on, but pretty good little card there. You know, I wouldn't rate it a 10 or anything, but it was definitely worth watching, especially seeing that there's not a whole lot of sports on. And I thank you everybody for watching. We didn't have, you know, what's funny is if I talk about news or talk about Thailand or go walking on the street, which I did think about doing today. I thought maybe going down to Sukhumvit. I usually get a lot more viewers, but it doesn't really matter because I didn't want to do news today. I think it gets to be a bit much for everybody, and so you know, hopefully we had people watching while they were listening to me and to the announcers. But I guess that's about it for right now. So thanks again. Time to say goodbye. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Tell your pals to subscribe, your old ladies to subscribe, whatever. Make sure to click the bell so you get notified, or at least you have a chance of being notified of when I'll be streaming again. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming until when I'll be streaming again. Maybe Wednesday. It may be a video where like a premiere where I stream during the premiere, and then I'll be down in Pattaya. I will be streaming from there and getting some footage, putting something together. So that's good. Should be. Hey, listen, it beats sitting at home. I'd rather be, you know, on the beach or in a little place by the beach, sitting there chilling, streaming with a beer in my hand. That would be cool. If you like what I'm doing and want to support the channel in any way, just take a look in the description or go to my website at americaninbangkok.com. So let me see here if I can do this. If I can do this the right way. Terminal 21. I don't know why I would stream from Terminal 21. It's just a mall, man. You know, it's like I'm a little bit tired of doing the same old thing. Streaming from malls, streaming from coffee shops. You know, it gets it's monotonous, man. And it's monotonous for viewers. It's monotonous for me. And, you know, that's why I'm always trying to find different stuff. And it may not be what everybody wants to see, but I can't please everybody, you know. So I'm not going to be going to Terminal 21 this week. When Jono gets a little bit better and things are a little looser here, I'll go and pay him a visit, and maybe we'll stream from his pad, see how he's doing. I don't know. But anyway, thank you very much. And let's see here. Put a little music on. Some goodbye music. I need the little sliders is what I need to do this right. Anyway, until next time, arrivederci, adios, choke D, hasta luego. Don't forget to click thumbs up, please. And pay a visit to my website. That doesn't cost you anything. Just go pay a visit to my website. Go check it out. You know, maybe you'll like it. No copyrighted music played. Can't do it, unfortunately. Or maybe I would play ABBA or something else. I don't know. Anyway.